John, the second period, was that a case of you guys not executing, or was that a case of them just taking advantage of the talent advantage?
We never could change the momentum back after that one shift where they hemmed us in. We just didn't have the ability to change the momentum back our way. I don't think we played a bad first period. But after that, the shift where it was a mess. We didn't get hurt, though. You know, I believe they only had one shot in that. They may have had a post or two, but we didn't get hurt, but we couldn't change the momentum after that.
John, how do you think the team kept up their effort level facing that big deficit in the third period?
It's not even worth answering that question.
You talk about you didn't think you guys played a bad period. What do you think was the difference between keeping up with them in the first versus what happened in the second?
Just what I said. I said after they had that one shot, I'm not sure how long it was, we couldn't gather ourselves. We didn't have someone or a group to turn it around with a shift of our own. We just never got our feet underneath us after that one shift. It's momentum swings, and it's a great lesson for us. A good team like that knows how to win, coming off a loss, they seized that. And once they had us, they kept pushing, and we just could not get our feet underneath us from there.
Is that what you've said this in past conversations we've had about the need for leaders to step up, for guys on the bench to take charge in those kind of situations? Is that more or less what you're talking about?
Yeah, and I'm not pointing a finger at any one person. I think as a mentality of a team, we don't have that. We're going to go through these. We're going to have another game like that, probably a few before this season's over. But we need to try to figure out and learn, as I'm not pointing at one guy, and I'm not criticizing our guys, but we have to understand a mentality of finding some way to keep it simple, to get a forecheck or do something to change the momentum. We did not have an answer tonight.
Carter Hart kept you guys in it early. Aside from the leaky goal toward the end in the third period, what did you see from him in his
Just what you said.
Is there a way in the future you can try to not have that second period again? If that's a good question. You guys only had 5 shot attempts. Unfortunately, had you pinned it for a little bit, but is there a way that you can, is this a teaching moment?
Yeah, I just said that. It's not a period that we scripted and wanted to play, but we got involved in a situation like that, and we didn't have an answer tonight to get out of it. So yeah, we end up in another spot like that, and we will. We've got to figure out some way to change it. And the NHL, and especially when you're playing teams that know how to win, momentum swings are huge. So to me, we're looking forward. I'm already looking forward to tomorrow's practice, but we need to learn a lesson here about how we can. It'll be discussions we have tomorrow, what we need to do to change momentum, because it's a huge part of winning and losing in this league.
Obviously, there are still some guys still out, but you're getting some guys back. You got TK back tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Tony came back. Scott came back. A couple. Was this game maybe a reminder to the guys on the whole that it's not just as simple as getting a few guys back?
That's not the reason tonight. It is. Everybody talks about the youth and the injuries. This had nothing to do with injuries, youth. We got some key guys back, get some good goaltending. And yeah, this is a situation we just need to learn from. That's the only way I'm going to look at this. It's not to berate them and kick and spit and yell, and there's no need of that. We need to learn what momentum swings are about, and there's one staring us in our face tonight.
Coach, what was one positive thing that you saw tonight, or one positive take?
Carter Hart.
Thank you. You talk about the lessons you can take from it, but you are going to move on. How good is it that you have, games every other day now to kind of, you take this one on the chin and then you just move on and just get past it?
Yeah, we'll have our practice. I already know how we're going to go about our business at practice and get ready to play against another very good team in Jersey. We've got some pretty good teams coming here. We've got to face it head on. And to me, this is the what I want to watch now is how we handle ourselves after something like this, because we're embarrassed, and we should be. But how do you handle it? Do you curl up in a ball, or do you face the next one head on? Do we have a good practice tomorrow and get ready for our next one? These are lessons we're going to go through. So, and I'm pretty sure we're going to handle this the right way entering tomorrow.